Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here for today's video, guys. I am doing my fantasy basketball draft. I am wearing my Lucky Fantasy shirt. My father got me for this in 5th grade when I did fantasy football for the first time. We're doing basketball, and yeah, man, this shit still fits too, by the way. It's a little torn up in the collared area, but it's still going to do us some well right here. I have no idea how this video is going to go. It's been years since I've done fantasy basketball, so I am doing a pro league. I'm going to do head-to-head. I'm going to do a snake draft type. If you guys also want me to do a league of salary cap, leave a like on this video. I have no idea if I'm going to post this entire video as a whole or if I'm just going to split it up into certain parts. We'll kind of see, man. So let's join a league and get going on this, man. So here we go. The league we are playing with. Draft starts at 1:25 p.m. This league has been pushed back 5 minutes. It must be filled to start. I will see you guys when it starts. Okay, so we do have like 3 minutes until the draft actually starts. So yeah, when it comes down to like fantasy basketball, it's not really so much about like who's like the best player in the NBA. It's more so about like the best all around, because there's different categories that you need to be like focusing on so you can win your matchup in the head-to-head, right, man? So that's why Jokic is so sought out as #1 ranked guy, because he literally does everything on the court, right? I know like years ago, the guy that I always went for was Sean Marion. He was always like a top 2 or 3 pick. So, you know, like the triple-double beast out there, man. The more you can do and the more efficiently you can do it, is going to be for the betterment of your team. So, yeah, I don't think I'm going to, like, go away from the norm. We actually got Vucevic as number 12. Like, that's a surprising guy right there. I know he's very good in everything. But, like, wow, he actually did really good fantasy point-wise. But, you know, what you also have to watch out for is this is based off what they did last year for you, right? So, Vucevic might have a smaller role playing with DeRozan and Lonzo Ball. So, that's one guy that I'd probably stay away from. Joel Embiid could obviously be a steal at 15 because of Ben Simmons no longer on the team. Maybe they get some spacing and run some things through Joel Embiid. You can't double team as much. So, yeah, just like things like that is what you really have to look for in these types of drafts. All right, here we go, guys. The draft room is now open. Hopefully this works completely fine. Yeah, there we go. Loading your draft. I have no idea what pick I'm going to get here, man. So hopefully, you know, top 3 is kind of what I'm feeling. We have the 4th pick in the draft. Okay, so, yeah, we can definitely operate with that. So the draft starts in about 2.5 minutes, but 4th pick in the draft. So we're looking at, yo, what the hell is this? DTBB, whatever, man. Yo, let me make this a bit bigger too. Yeah, guys. Here we go. Get that going. Okay, so, yeah, do I want to go? What? I don't know what that means. Day to day. Okay, so day to day. All right, so out of all 4 of these guys, I would probably want James Harden the least, just because he is playing with like the most overall talent. But you can't really go wrong either way, man. So I'm kind of hoping for, you know, Jokic, Giannis, or Luka out of all things. But it looks like we got some auto picks in the first 2 rounds, so I'm going to guess that Jokic and Giannis are going to be gone. So we're going to see if Iola right here goes with Luka. But yeah, I plan on taking one of those top 4. Here we go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 with the first pick. Hopefully I don't got too long to draft.
Welcome to the best day of the year.
What's that?
Draft day.
Okay. Welcome to the best day of the year, draft day. The people start drafting already? So we got Therapist is on the clock. So the first guy to go, Luka Doncic. Okay, you can see it down in the corner. I did not see that. Okay, so Luka Doncic with the first pick here in the draft. Okay, man, I'm really hoping, like, if I get Jokic, I'll be happy about that. So we got Therapist up next here on the clock. All right, so as expected, Luka, Jokic, and Giannis all went in the top 3 picks here, man. So at this point, yeah, I'm thinking James Harden is probably the move. But Damian Lillard, also, I know he's got something to prove this season, too, with, you know, Chauncey and the Portland Trailblazers. But, you know, James Harden having an entire offseason with the Nets, working on chemistry, especially if Kyrie doesn't play. That means even better stats for James Harden, probably. So yeah, I guess here, man, with the 4th pick, we are going to go ahead and take James Harden. So oh wow, I just got screwed over, man. I was literally looking at LeBron and Joel Embiid, and both those guys are gone now. Like, the guy just took both of the guys that I wanted, man. I am legitimately ticked off by that. So, all right, we got James Harden already. I'm going to go with Anthony Davis. I'm expecting a bounce back year from him, man. I really wanted Joel Embiid, but AD, we all know, is a top 5 player, or is a top 5 power forward or center based off the position he's playing, you know, when he's playing his best basketball. But he's listed as power forward. I expect we'll see him at center this season too. And yeah, man, I think I'm going to go with Anthony Davis because you also get the defense, but can also put up the points. Let's go with AD. Okay, so Van Vliet and Randall just recently went here. Not really any snipes at the moment as far as like average draft position. Like Jimmy Butler, I guess, is looking pretty good. Small forward, shooting guard. I'm also kind of debating on LaMelo Ball just because like we all know that LaMelo is one of those guys that puts up like the triple-double type of numbers too. So really just between these two guys, scoring is about the same. Assist, LaMelo's a bit better there. Rebounds about the same. You get some additional defense with Jimmy, but then again, thinking guys like Kyle Lowry, you don't know how that's going to affect Jimmy Butler's scoring. I think LaMelo has like that potential to kind of like take that next step this year, where with Jimmy, it's more of the safer pick. You also got Shai Gilgeous, but like he's going to be just good on the OKC. They're not going to win games, but that doesn't really matter in this. But I think I'm going to go with LaMelo. It's kind of a, rookie of the year and everything. With the third pick, I'm going to go ahead for my point guard, LaMelo Ball. So I was about to like reach out and get Jimmy Butler because he was still available, and that would have been an absolute steal. At this point, we got our utility positions left, which is basically you can play anybody there, but I really want to focus on getting a center because as you guys look at the center position, if you don't end up getting like one of like the solid dudes, you're going to end up with somebody that's just kind of like not all that great. So I'm thinking the center can kind of be a big time difference maker. And I'm really considering DeAndre Ayton just because, with him, you get the efficiency, right? Like this dude's nice around the basket. Also playing, I believe, on a contract year. Now, Clint Capella is also not a bad route to go, really, either one of these guys. But yet again, I feel like Capella, we know what he can bring. DeAndre Ayton could take another tier up next season, especially, playing for an extension in his contract and everything. So, yeah, I think this position, we go ahead and we take DeAndre Ayton and we'd be happy about it. Once again, man, the guy that I wanted was just taken in Brandon Ingram because I need a small forward. Oh boy. And there's not like any like utility players that I really want to go for. Utility is basically just like any position. So we got, for small forwards, we got Tobias Harris, we got Karis LeVert gets injured too much. I'm not taking the chance there. DeMar DeRozan is kind of like flip-floppy thing where, he could still put up near all-star numbers with the Bulls, or maybe his role's limited a little bit because of playing with better talent this time around as compared to being on the Spurs or whatnot. So, do I take the risk with DeRozan, or do I go with Tobias Harris, who isn't going to, like, get you with his flashiness, but he's going to be consistent at least? Man, I think I'm going to go ahead and, because right now, the Ben Simmons trade makes this so much more difficult, because you're just like, how's that going to affect everything? Like, if they damn trade for Damian Lillard, then Tobias, his role's limited. I know that's not going to happen, but give me Tobias for the small forward spot. I swear, man, if I picked number 3, I'd have the greatest team of all time. Pascal Siakam, I've been looking at him for 10 minutes, man. For 10 minutes! Wanting to pick out Pascal. Come on, man. I didn't really have a plan B. Okay, I guess my plan B, okay, I need a guard and forward. Oh, boy. Okay, you know what? I'm going to go with Draymond Green. Because Draymond Green, I know, has the all-around game. Klay Thompson's going to be back by Christmas. He's going to be extremely motivated, more so than years past, probably. Give me Draymond Green, man. All around. Forward, utility, however I want to use him, man. Welcome to the team. Okay, so Jalen Green and Jalen Suggs are off the board. Looking for probably a guard. I'm kind of debating on Malcolm Brogdon just because he's a pretty reliable player. I think he's one of the more underrated guys in the NBA. Average draft of position of 75, which is absolutely crazy to think about. So we got Kristaps still available. Wouldn't it be bad for a utility piece? Despite what you think about him, in the playoffs and everything, he does, tend to get things done, at least in the regular season. So he can stay healthy and everything. You get a little bit of everything with Kristaps. So it's between him and Malcolm Brogdon. Because we could go, because ranking-wise, Brogdon's higher. Kristaps is still pretty far down here. So if I could think that I could hold off until that 77th pick and get Kristaps to be in a pretty good place, it's a bit of a risk. But you also got Darius Garland down here too, man. Where it's like I can take Kristaps and get Darius later. Okay, you know what? I'm going to go with the reliable guy. I need some more guards anyway. Give me Malcolm Brogdon. Okay, so Kristaps is gone. He went quite a few picks ago. I mean, come on, man. I gotta have one Detroit Piston on my team. I'm going to go with Jeremy Grant, leading scorer for the Pistons last year. Yes, that could go down because of playing with Cade now, obviously. But also, Cade could even open things up for Jeremy Grant even more. So, Yeah, let's go ahead for one of our utility pieces with the, what pick is it even? Pick number 77, average draft spot of 77. So looking at the other ADPs out there, it's actually pretty good, all things considered. With this pick, Jeremy Grant. So I really liked the pick by Ron Artest therapist of Darius Garland. That's somebody I was looking at. Devontae Graham just went last right there. The next guy that I'm taking is somebody that I think can really have a big-time breakout season. I think he's finally healthy and good to go. I'm going to go with Jaren Jackson. I feel like Jaren Jackson sounds pretty good. Now, I was thinking him or Wendell Carter, because Wendell, I think, is the best center on the Magic right now. Now, Mo Bamba obviously can have a breakout year potentially, but he was even looking good towards the end of last year. So, between those two guys, but yeah, let's go ahead. Let's grab us up some Jaren Jackson Jr. Okay, Norman Powell I was kind of considering, but that's okay. At this point, I do have quite a bit of forwards on the team, so I want to get some more, just guys that I think could potentially be maybe some sort of bulk score to some extent. And one guy, Jordan Clarkson wouldn't be bad as a 6-man, but we got one more utility piece left. I'm going to go with Dennis Schroeder, and the reason I'm doing that is just because just a few seasons ago on the OKC Thunder, this guy was killing it, man. He was literally one of the best bench guys in the NBA. Obviously things on the Lakers didn't work out, but he's on the Celtics now, extremely highly motivated, trying to get himself that large contract again. So a little bit of a gamble. He's not going to be outscoring Tatum or Jaylen Brown or nobody like that, but I'm still expecting a decent season. So let's go ahead for our utility piece, Dennis Schroeder, or maybe a bench player. All right, so that happened very quickly with our pick. That took 3 seconds. So here we are again, man. So we got some bench players left. Let's have some fun with this one, man. I'm going to go ahead and go with my guy, Saddiq Bey. Alrighty, so we definitely need a center. Brook Lopez is available. I guess I'm a little underwhelmed by taking Brook Lopez, but it's probably the best we are going to do looking at the ADP. Got Tice, Drummond's still there, but he's going to be a backup, Sound Whiteside. So starter-wise, yeah, we're looking at Brook Lopez probably being our best bet. I don't think Al Horford's going to start. Plus, they also got what's-his-name playing, too. Robert. So, yeah, Brook Lopez, another pretty predictable player, but we'll take him. We need a center. And with our final pick in the 2021-2022 NBA Fantasy Draft on ESPN, this is a pick that I really think could honestly win me the entire league, man. This is somebody that I think him being available with the last pick could just make all the difference in the world and win me so many games out here, guys. So here we go. Let me type him in real quick. Y'all know who it is, man. Y'all know who it is. With our final pick, ADP of 140.1, we are taking the man, the myth, the legend, Lucas Kennardius. Okay, so our team is finally complete, man. James Harden, AD, LaMelo, DeAndre Ayton, Tobias, Draymond, Brogdon, Jeremy, Jaren, Dennis, Saddiq, Brook, and standing by himself, man, Luke Kennard. I think it's overall pretty good. I think we have a good balance of guys that can do a little bit of everything. You got the offense, you got the defense, you got the efficiency, you have all that stuff there. I think we're also a relatively healthy team, which is always very important in this type of thing right here. I like it, man. I think it's a good team. I think I'm winning the whole damn thing.